Hey, it's Maria, and I talked about active and passive income in the last video. And this time, I want to talk about something called surprise income, because that is something that does happen to some people, and unfortunately, it's something that too many people bank on. And so I want to talk about that and hopefully give you a different perspective. Okay, so what is surprise income? That is income that you don't know anything about. Like, it comes out of the blue. An example would be winning the lottery. Surprise, you're now a multimillionaire. Or getting an inheritance from your uncle who you didn't even know about and he leaves you millions of dollars. That would be another form of surprise income. It's income that you don't know that you're going to get until you get it. But once you get it, it can be totally life-changing because it's usually a really large amount of money. Well, here's the problem with surprise income. There are people, believe it or not, out there who spend their whole life banking on surprise income. I knew somebody who bought a couple $100s of lottery tickets every week, always looking for that big prize. And that person was living in a really kind of cheap, kind of nasty hotel, because they were spending all their money on these lottery tickets. And my ticket's coming in, my ticket's coming in. And you know what? It never did. And then that person died. And probably spent, sure, he won sometimes, but not nearly as much as he spent in the tickets. I also knew another young lady in her 20s, and her entire plan for life was to wait till grandma dies. Really? She was going to wait till grandma dies because grandma had a lot of money. And grandma was 70-ish maybe at the time, and she had a lot of health problems, and there were times it looked like she might die. So this young lady, instead of getting an education, instead of trying to get better jobs, instead of trying to better herself, she just waited for grandma to die, and grandma didn't die for like 17 or 18 more years. And by the time she died, she'd gotten really sick at some point and needed nursing care. And the nursing care and the medical bills took away all that money. So there was pretty much nothing left for the family. In fact, they had to take a collection up just to pay for the funeral. So here was this young lady who now was in her 40s, and she hadn't done anything with her life because her whole life, I think she even lived with her grandma, if I remember correctly. Her whole life was just about waiting for that inheritance that ended up not happening. So it's funny to think from my perspective, because I don't think that way, but there are people who think that way. And what I say about these things, about lottery winnings, inheritances, stuff like that, those are icing. Those are not the cake. So if you win a lottery, oh yes, more power to you. It can change your life. But don't put your life on hold waiting for that to happen, because it might not happen. It, in probability, probably won't happen. And the same with an inheritance. You might get one, or, the medical bills might get it, and the government might get it, and the nursing home might get it. Or something could happen to you, and grandma could outlast you. You don't know what's going to happen. So plan for your own life. Work on personal improvement to better yourself, to better your attitude, to learn the things that you need to learn to get ahead, to create forms of passive income, to do more of what you want to do in life. If there's something that you've been wanting to do and it's expensive, see if there's a way you can figure out to do it more within your budget. Have fun in life. Do the things that you want to do. And by the time that grandma does die, or you get that winning lottery ticket, you're going to look back and say, wow, I've already got a great life. So this is just extra. Don't put your life on hold for it. So that's just what I wanted to talk about. Surprise income is icing, not the cake. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.